Coming up next on this edition of In the City. The city secures the last building to make way for the Daylighting Town Creek project. Also, Mayor McFarland raises $50,000 for Murfreesboro's youth to play golf for free. Plus, over 400 volunteers read to elementary schools for Reading in the Schools Day. And Murfreesboro's new transit center is still underway. Here are the recent construction updates. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Michael Linn White. Multiple buildings have been demolished on Northwest Broad Street to make way for a city project that will help revitalize the downtown area.
The city took possession of the last building on Northwest Broad Street, across from City Hall, to make way for the Daylighting Town Creek project. Recently, the Public Works Division has demolished the old Budget Breaks building and the Headlines building. The old Longhorn Liquor building will soon be demolished as city officials took a look at its surroundings, noticing an excessive amount of trash. The first step to the demolition process is to clean the outside up, with the Public Works Division taking control.
Public Works has been utilized a lot more on all projects, so this one in particular, Town Creek, we're at the point where we can help with the demo process, any of those buildings and facilities that were purchased along Broad. Most all of those have been demoed by the Public Works. Guys have done a tremendous job. They go by there, we make sure it stays cleaned up so it doesn't look like an eyesore in its current stage before it gets finished through the project. So we just have a large group of great guys here, good operators and good hard workers, and they do a great job in that.
We came out here to meet today to everybody get on board with what the plan needs to be, and while the building may not come down ASAP, there's opportunity to clean the site up. The street department's already said, hey, we'll get out here as soon as possible and clean up some of the debris that was kind of left around the site, make it look a little bit better than what it does right now.
Daylighting Town Creek is an exciting environmental project that will return the underground stream back to its natural condition and add a public recreational area to Murfreesboro, connecting two well-known destinations as well as the Greenway walking path.
From the Murphy Springs, which is over my shoulder here, to Cannonsburg, we're basically opening up Town Creek, which was a creek that was encapsulated in the 1950s, and there's some maintenance issues and opportunity to open it back up into more of a park-type environment. And in the very near future, starting early next year, you should start seeing some construction activity out here opening up that creek.
Mayor Shane McFarland's 4th annual Mayor's Golf Invitational raises thousands for the Kids Play Free golf program. Mayor Shane McFarland hosts the annual Mayor's Golf Invitational, bringing together local leaders, business owners, and golf enthusiasts for a day of friendly competition.
This is our 4th annual Kids Play Free event, the Mayor's Invitational here at Stones River Country Club. We're out here with 28 different teams, 112 golfers, where we raise money to be able for any kid in Rutherford County to come play free at Bloomfield Links to be able to be introduced to the game of golf.
The Mayor's Golf Invitational combines the sport of golf with a deeper mission to ensure local youth have access to the game regardless of financial background. This event raises significant funds, helping to expand opportunities for young people who want to learn and enjoy the game without barriers.
Well, we believe golf, is unique in the fact that we don't have umpires. It's a game without referees. It's a game of honesty, integrity. We believe in what the game can provide for the young people in our communities.
Former PGA Tour winner Scott Stallings partnered with the Tennessee Golf Foundation to bring the Kids Play Free program across the state. The foundation's mission is to help youth, veterans, and the disadvantaged learn the life-enhancing values golf can foster.
Trying to make golf as accessible as possible throughout the state. That's kind of the mission of the foundation, and whether that's from the professional level to the first time a kid ever touches a club, we want to have a program and access for however you fit in that category.
Mayor McFarland is committed to making sure Murfreesboro remains a place where children have access to outdoor activities and sports regardless of their economic background.
I think it's important that as you see kids that get involved, the barrier to golf is a little higher than other places just because there's not a lot of places you can go play. So this allows kids to be able to get out. It promotes social skills, interactional skills that will just go with you for a lifetime.
With the success of this year's Golf Invitational, the city's youth can continue free access to golf at Bloomfield Links. Read to Succeed's Reading in the Schools Day brings volunteers from around the county to read to elementary school kids in an effort to promote literacy. Elementary schools across Murfreesboro buzzed with excitement as community members and leaders participated in the 20th annual Reading in the Schools Day, an initiative by Read to Succeed aimed at fostering a love of reading in young students. One of the highlights, a visit from Vice Mayor Bill Shacklett, who read one of his favorite books and also reminisced about his time at Hobgood as a child where he learned to love reading.
This was the elementary school. Hobgood is where I went to elementary school, and the librarian here, Mr. George, sparked a love of reading in a very young Bill Shacklett.
The event, which brings local officials, business leaders, and volunteers into the classroom, focusing on the importance of literacy and showing children that reading is fun.
This is one of the favorite books of my grandchildren, and we have to read it every time we put them to bed. Papa, you got to read the book, Grandpa's Teeth book, because we get a chance to talk as if you don't have any teeth, and you talk is just like this because your grandpa's lost his teeth and we're trying to find them. And whenever Grandpa talks, he's got to talk like this, and it makes it really fun for the kids.
Other participants included Dr. Trey Duke, high school and college athletes, and more. Teachers also welcome this event as an opportunity to strengthen their students' engagement with reading, and they say it's exciting to see the kids so engaged.
To see the kids, how excited they are when somebody comes in and that they know somebody from the community cares about them and wants to provide a fun day for them. I'm sure they love not having to do schoolwork, but for me, it's seeing people from the community pour back into the children in our schools.
Read to Succeed's Reading in the Schools Day is just one of several initiatives designed to improve literacy in the community. The organization offers free tutoring services, family literacy workshops, and provides books to schools throughout the year. Organizers hope that this annual event will continue to inspire the next generation of readers and learners. Quarterly, we provide a construction update for a city project that will help provide a vital travel service for citizens inside Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro's new transit center is being constructed on 2.89 acres at the corner of New Salem Highway and Bridge Avenue. Groundbreaking took place in October of 2023. This area will provide a centralized location for transit operations. The last time we checked in with construction was back in June 2024. 3 buildings are being constructed. A 10,855 square foot administration building. In this building, there are multiple jobs going on. Drywall finishing, sprinkler heads are being installed, window installation, electrical panel wiring, metal wall panels, painting, and brickwork. Starting soon will be ceiling grid, flooring, perimeter ceiling tile, and curtain wall windows. The next building is a 2,794 square foot maintenance building. In this building, heaters are being installed. Soon, block fill in the block walls, drywall finishing, and painting will start. And the third structure is a 2,264 square foot bus transit pavilion. In the pavilion, metal wall panels are being installed, canopy pedestals, drywall finishing, and soon painting will start. On-site, curbs are being installed, site-wide walks, rock breaking, and electrical are taking place. Going into the 11th month of construction, progress is moving along nicely. Here's the difference from June 2024 to September 2024. The buildings are clearly taking shape. The project has a timeline of 554 days, which is set to be completed in April of 2025. The project is currently on schedule, even though there have been some weather delays.
Murfreesboro Fire Rescue recruits and veteran firefighters climb 110 stories in honor of fallen first responders of 9/11. In a tribute to the firefighters who lost their lives in the tragic events of 9/11, a group of Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department recruits took part in a stair climb to honor the fallen heroes. The recruits, accompanied by veteran firefighters, gathered at the Doug Young Training Facility, replicating the 110 stories of the World Trade Center towers.
The climb is to simulate what the firefighters went through that day. Of course, the Twin Towers are 110 flights of steps that they climbed. So today they're doing that in remembrance of them.
Dressed out in full gear, the recruits ascended the equivalent of 2,200 steps, symbolizing the journey that New York City firefighters made 23 years ago. The physical challenge not only paid tribute to the 343 firefighters who died during the rescue operations on September 11, 2001, but also served as a reminder of the courage and sacrifice shown by all first responders on that day.
All of our recruits at this time were 1 or 2 years old or not even born. This is history that they have learned, and today we can give them a hands-on feeling and tell them our experiences of what we went through that day, some of the older firefighters.
A retired New York firefighter spoke to the recruits about his experience from 9/11, an emotional presentation of remembrance from the tragic events.
It's important to remember this because this is a day that the world changed a lot of ways we do things in the fire service, the way the world reacts to airlines and all that. So we've learned a lot from that.
The stair climb is one of several events held by MFRD to honor the memory of 9/11. By honoring the past, Murfreesboro's firefighters continue to ensure that the bravery, sacrifice, and heroism of 9/11's fallen heroes will never be forgotten. A new amenity added to the popular Barfield Crescent Park on the south side of the city lets citizens enjoy this beautiful area of Rutherford County.
The Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department is excited to announce they have added a new trail to the Barfield Crescent Park Marshall Knob Trail. This new leg is on the south side of the park, opposite side of the bike trails.
We're standing here on the Marshall Knob Trail, the red trail, and we are at the entrance of our brand new Oakwood Trail. It's a 0.67 mile loop. We're excited to open it up for everyone to enjoy. I'm standing about 100 feet from the gravel road next to the campground. And so if you were to go behind me and head up to the gravel road, you take a left and that'd take you to the campground, which would take you to the wilderness station. Coming on down the red trail, heading towards the river. And you will see that you'll be able to veer off onto the left and enter a whole new habitat. Typically when you're in Barfield, you're experiencing the wooded forest, rocky limestone outcrops. And so coming off of these hilly woods, you're going to go into an open savanna and grassland habitat, nice and flat, views of the West Fork Stones River, and it should just be a very nice, easy walk, 0.67 mile loop. It's a lollipop loop, so you go out and you circle around and come back. So we just ask that everyone please stay on the trail. It's good stewardship practice anyway to stay on the trail. We don't want to disturb the habitat any more than we already are doing so. And especially if you have pets, they need to be on a leash.
A 70-acre family farm was added to the Barfield Crescent Park in 2022 that made this new hiking trail possible.
This new property that we've been able to add on to the south side of Barfield is a good example of land stewardship in conjunction with a partner family. So this family has lived here for many, many years, and they wanted to conserve their land and make it a part of our park system. And so working with the Lloyd family, we were able to get this property and protect it and put it into our park system. And that's just a really cool way for a family to leave a legacy like that. So we're excited to have them. We're excited for that ongoing partnership with them, and to have this opportunity to again expand Barfield and make it even better for everyone. So you know, Barfield is an incredibly special place. It is our biggest natural area in our park system. It's over 300 acres of natural area, and so it truly is special. And to be able to add to it, to be able to incorporate new habitat and open it up for everyone to enjoy is truly exciting, and we should be so grateful to have it, and we are grateful to have it. It's really a really beautiful place, and we hope more people get to enjoy it.
Every September, local artists from Murfreesboro and surrounding areas set up at Old Fort Park to celebrate all things art and culture.
The Greenway Art Festival is here to provide a space in Murfreesboro to sell and provide local art to everyone here so they can come and meet the artist and get great art for your house. It's really a great opportunity to appreciate the art and to thank the local artist for all the work they're doing. This is a juried show, so everybody has to submit their work, and we go through their work and judge it based on the criteria here is pretty high. We like it to be very high quality art, and we also have a junior show that for all of our teenagers and young children that participate in art, it gives them a place to show everyone all the wonderful things that they can do and sell their work to the public. The Greenway Art Festival has been going on for 20 years. This is our 20th year, and we do this every single year out here at Old Fort Park. It is a great opportunity to come and meet all of these wonderful artists.
Well, I'm local. I live in Murfreesboro, and I've wanted to come here for several years. It just hasn't worked out with scheduling and weather and different things like that, but I'm glad to be able to finally be here. Usually the first question is, how did you start doing this? And I've always loved bonsai. I just couldn't keep them alive. And then I was just scrolling, on the mindless loop one day and saw a clip of somebody making one, and I thought, I have got to try to make that. And I did, and of course my first ones didn't look like this, but it's therapeutic and I enjoy doing it. So I just kept making them, and then they started piling up, and I thought, well, maybe I should try to sell these. It's a lot of fun. The management is great. I feel like they've done a wonderful job with promoting it. Their communication is great, and the setup was a breeze.
I have always wanted to be an artist in the Greenway Art Festival. It's like a big cocktail party, seeing all our friends come by and talking with them. And it's just a good way to let everyone see the art. Well, I've been painting since I was 6, but just picked up the brush lately, and since I retired about a year ago. And I've been trying different things. Watercolor scared me, so this is the first time I've been doing watercolor. It has a mind of its own sometimes. Doing a little bit of acrylic and a little bit of oil. It's a great way to see a lot of people in town. It's a great way to have exposure if you're a new artist, and if you would like to see good art, there's a lot of very good art, a lot of unusual things. Maybe you're an artist and you just want to get inspiration. It's good for that.
We start accepting submissions for the Greenway Art Festival in March. So this March 2025, we will have submissions up on our Facebook page and let everybody know that they can start submitting. We usually jury the show out in August and let you know whether you've been accepted. And then we're always here the third Saturday in September to have our Greenway Art Festival.
I spent time with the Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Chief to show off the new renovations to one of Murfreesboro's oldest fire stations.
Hello Murfreesboro, I'm Michael Linn White with CityTV, and we are here with Chief Mark McCluskey. We're going to do a tour of the renovations of Station 3. So Chief McCluskey, thank you so much for being here today.
Welcome.
Now we're standing outside, and I know this is one of the older stations, and it's one of the busiest stations.
That is correct. This station was originally built in 1961.
Okay.
And as far as runs, it's one of the busiest stations in Murfreesboro. We had right at 3,000 calls here out of this station last year.
And I also know there's a fun fact about this station, Mark.
And what's that?
Tell us your fun fact from when you were a little boy.
Okay, this is one of my favorite stations, and the reason being is I was raised right across the street. When I was 11 years old, I had a paper route, and this station was on my paper route. And I also used to come over and hang out with the firemen here. And of course, I started my career at the fire department almost 40 years ago, and I have been stationed at this station before, and I really like it.
So Chief, let's talk about some of the new things that you've done outside. I know we've got these nice windows, the new paint.
We replaced our doors with insulation doors, our bay doors that is. We went with the traditional red that's kind of known for the fire department. We've had to put in a new concrete ramp. We replaced the original ramp that had been here since '61. The sidewalks, we put in a new security system you can see with the cameras.
It looks really good with the paint. It looks really bright and fresh.
Yeah, it stands out and you can recognize it as being a fire department.
Well, I know you've done a lot of other things inside, so let's go inside and check it out. Okay, so we are inside. So just start out in here telling us everything that you did.
Inside we replaced all of our flooring. We got new flooring throughout the whole building. We put in new appliances, stove, microwave, dishwasher, and new refrigerator.
And the table, I know the guys built the table.
Yes, well this is a table I had for a while and they went back and redid it and put their station logo in the middle of it and some challenge coins on it around each corners. Of course, we repainted the whole building, put in some new ceiling fans. Evidently this station, the guys have got a green thumb. These peace lilies are from Doug Young's funeral.
That's nice.
Okay, and this is the bedroom. As you can see, it's got new floors, same as up front. And we have built cubbies around their bed so they have privacy with their own curtains. They're not exactly completed yet. We're trying to pick out what would look good for an outside covering for this, so it's just the bare wood right now, but that's in the makings of getting that done.
Good, okay, so I know there's some other good things in here. Okay, so we've got new stuff back here. This looks really nice, new and fresh. I know you've got new restrooms for the ladies and gentlemen.
This is the new construction part of what we added on to the building. When the station was originally built, it was designed for 3 people. Now we run 5 people on all of our trucks. So we had to have more room. And this is ADA compliance also. If you look through our restrooms, the new locker rooms and everything, women's and men's, and right here is our laundry room.
I have never seen one of these before until you showed me on our walkthrough. So this is really nice and this is really important.
Yes. Of course you got just a normal wash and dryer that we use. Got a decon shower over here, but this right here is our extractor. It's basically like a washing machine on steroids. So that's what we use to wash our turnouts in. We got special detergent we use that decons our turnouts after we've been to a fire or get any kind of hazards on them.
And so now I know y'all have done some things outside and the guys have built some stuff out here.
We have. We can walk out here and take a look at that.
So tell us what we've got going on out here.
Out here we have built new shelving for our turnout gears, and the old ones are just a shelf we set them on. This is more organized where each individual will hang their gears here. We made extra one along this wall, and of course over here on this wall, and that accommodates everybody that's stationed here where they put their stuff in one spot. And out here you can look, we have some gym equipment for our workout. We just was awarded a grant. All this will be gone. In our new grant, every station will have the same kind of workout gear that we're going to replace all this with. So we're looking forward to getting that in here and having their own new gym in here also.
Okay, so I know the guys like hanging out here, and y'all have done some new things out here.
Yes, during the renovation, over here we have a little storage building where we can store hose and different things around the station needs to. But also, the guys really like this patio we got here.
So this is really nice. And tell me again why you wanted to do this renovation or why it was needed.
Well, it was needed for sure because of the size of the building. And this was the last station that we had that was this size. So it was well needed to renovate it because it's in a perfect location. The building was still good, so we just renovated it to get it back up to par where we needed it to be.
Well, thank you so much for showing us around today, and we thank you for your service to the city of Murfreesboro.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
The annual Hummingbird Festival is back again this year with games, activities, and of course, hummingbirds. Families and bird enthusiasts gather at the Wilderness Station for the annual Hummingbird Festival, an event that brings the community together for a day of fun-filled activities, creativity, and wildlife conservation.
What we're doing is celebrating everything hummingbird related. So Cindy was doing bird banding on the front porch. She was able to capture a few of the hummingbirds, band them, get some scientific data before releasing them back out into the wild. And then we have artists, vendors, activities, games, food trucks, all celebrating everything hummingbird related.
All right, so she's all ready to go.
The event kicked off in the morning with bird banding, led by expert Cindy Rutledge. Visitors had the rare opportunity to see hummingbirds up close as they were gently captured, banded, and released. Bird banding is a crucial part of conservation efforts, allowing researchers to track migration patterns and study the health of bird populations.
What's not to like about hummingbirds? So they're vibrant colors. The one that's indigenous here is the ruby-throated hummingbird. And I think it's because it's an accessible experience that people can get in their own backyards. You can order a bird feeder online, you can go shopping for one, you can make your own fluid to feed the hummingbirds, and then you get to watch that experience grow in your own backyard, and I think that's why people love them so much.
Throughout the day, festival goers enjoy guided nature walks and learned more about how they can support hummingbird habitats in their own backyards, and along the way, each person has a passport they can get stamped at each station.
Some of the activities we have going on is we have our community art project, where we have kind of like a makeshift stained glass window, so to speak, where everybody gets to add their own colors and take pictures in front of it. Inside of our science booth area, we have tons of hands-on activities inside the booth that represent different aspects of hummingbirds. So we have our Catch a Rainbow activity, and that is to demonstrate iridescence in feathers. We have our bird beak buffet, which teaches children about what kind of beaks do different things and why certain birds have different size beaks. We also have different size eggs and nests so that we learn more about the birds that are around us.
Attendees left with a deeper appreciation for nature and the knowledge that even small efforts can make a big difference in conservation. The Hummingbird Festival at the Wilderness Station has once again proven to be an event that brings the community together to celebrate and protect the wonders of nature. Renovations to a popular area for sports is going on now. We check in with the progress.
Work is well underway on the tennis courts at Old Fort Park near Kids Castle. The courts were built in the 1970s and renovated in the 1990s. 8 tennis courts are being converted to 6 tennis courts and 6 pickleball courts. Adams Tennis Complex's facility superintendent gives us more information on the project.
The weather's been very cooperative. There's very little delay. We're expecting a mid-November opening. There's going to be a hitting wall there. There's really no hitting walls throughout the city of Murfreesboro. You know, I grew up hitting on the wall. The wall's your friend. It never misses. It doesn't say, no, I'm too busy to play. Because it does have a secondary function, and that is it creates a barrier between the 2 courts that were converted to 6 pickleball courts. So there's going to be some delineation there with the sound, and they just have their own area. So the sidewalk's going to be safe. It used to be kind of cracked and elevated, and so we're going to have new water fountains, new LED lighting. It's a brand new surface. You know, they cut down the trees, so we're going to put some shade structures there because it does get pretty hot here. They're drilling down a little bit. They want to get rid of the cracks and all that.
The playing surface will be standard with a textured finish. The courts will have a dual color design, and the kitchen portion of the pickleball courts will be painted in a complementary color for easy identification. The lights will have push-button timers like the other 16 outdoor courts near Adams Tennis Complex. Also, a concrete band has been poured around the tennis and pickleball courts. This gives it a more clean look and will hold the courts in place better. Just a reminder, there are still 16 outdoor and 8 indoor tennis courts open at Adams Tennis Complex. The outdoor courts are free, first come, first serve, if they're not reserved. The indoor courts need to be reserved and include a fee.
They'll be our premier courts, and we're going to model all of our other courts kind of after that. So we're going to resurface all of these courts here behind me and our indoor courts as well. You know, it's interesting, that area gets so much use. I want to make it real clear. All the outdoor courts are public, not just those across the street. I think there's that perception that though those are the public courts and these courts over here behind me are the member courts. They're not the member courts. We're all, you know, part of the public, you and I, everyone. So that's what these courts are built for, access for everyone. There's an outdoor calendar that you can look online to see if they're open. Daily we see some changes, and I'm just patient with the process because it's going to be worth it in the end.
We are excited that we have partnered with PAWS of Rutherford County to bring you the Pet of the Month. This month, there are 3. First is Sally. Need someone to talk to? Sally is all ears. This beautiful 2-year-old Australian Kelpie mix is a real sweetheart. Sally is 41 pounds, spayed, vaccinated, and heartworm negative. Interested in bringing home a new furry little friend? Bethany and Cashmere are ready to meet you. Bethany is a 1-year-old female and Cashmere is a 3-year-old male. Both of these sweet bunnies are on the lookout for a forever home. Contact PAWS at 615-898-7740 or email them at paws@rutherfordcountytn.gov. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro or any of the stories that you've seen here, you can always visit our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see any of the stories that you've seen today or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Michael Linn White, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.